So I would like to do a little experiment / exercise. I don't think we have ever done it together. I'm pretty sure we have never done this together. So it is inspired from some of the exercises of the fourth way. And I will explain more after the exercise, but maybe I'll just explain what to do. And then we can talk the theory later. So so for the next 10 minutes, the instruction is to, like what we usually do, like we are present and being present to the what's here and noticing thoughts and not allowing ourselves to be taken for too long. So we just thought mindfulness of or awareness of thinking and energies in the body and sounds and then noticing the sense of being, being aware of being, the usual stuff. However, what is unusual is that the exercise is for the next 10 minutes until I ring a bell. We will have our moving center. The moving center is the part of our body that is connected with movements that came here when we were born as a clean slate. So we had to learn every movement from scratch. But then we learned these movements and then they became automatic. So these movements happen by themselves without us thinking about it. So it's almost like the avatar learned how to do these things. So the exercise is to be continually moving, yet in a very subtle, inconspicuous way. Like imagine that you are at a meeting, a board meeting somewhere, and you don't want to be weird. You don't want to stick out. However, you continually engage in some type of movement of the body, which can take the form of little minor adjustments, little, these kind of things that we are anyway doing, fidgeting, itching, kind of changing position. This basically we are intentionally engaging in some kind of this little squirming, a little adjusting to keep it continuously going all the time for the next 10 minutes. It can be with the eyes open or closed. But to never be still. Also to be aware of these things, be aware of these micro movements. And witness whatever we may have discomfort, emotional discomfort, or comments or something. Even with the tongue, with the mouth, with the nails. whatever. Also these faces we make. We have some faces. So we make to ourselves in a mirror, and so there is something that is coming up with these movements. There's the movement itself. There's some reaction towards this exercise. And there is that which is aware of them all. So all of this involuntary tics and stuff, we are voluntary doing them all. Even more subtle ones that nobody knows there's movement, but there is. And this part of us that is really maybe tired of this and like staying some more, a little bit more. And notice also if you have some annoyance or energy somewhere, mysterious energy somewhere in you, and allow it, observe it. And being aware of our eyes, impulses coming from the intellect, impulses coming from the emotional aspect, impulses coming from our physical self. These are all eyes, and we are aware of them. We, as this observing, and then as soon as the bell would ring, we enter the next phase of this exercise, bringing awareness to the moving center. So as soon as the bell rings, we are going to kind of stop all of these things, and we are going to try to do the opposite, to have absolute still, effortless, while we are globally aware. exploring the opposite impulse to refrain and be still, motionless for a few minutes, in spite of sensation of itching or any reasons at all. We notice the impulse, but we override it and use this as a reminder. It's a shock. Towards being present, towards being aware of being. And for the next few minutes, the same thing, the movement of the mind. The mind has a similar squirming movement of restlessness. So the best you can, notice any movement of thinking. And let it go as soon as it arises. Meaning not supporting that movement, dropping, just being. Also, equally notice if there is any build-up of energy, some part of the body. Notice the area and fully welcome it without trying to manage. In the last part of our exercise is you can move or not move. We let go of any type of controlling anything. So we allow natural unfolding. Even natural unfolding of the mind. You can think or not think of stupid things, whatever. The only thing is to just watch, witness what's happening. If you can notice, make conscious some moments of intervals as a thought dies down before the next thinking arises, noticing this aware nothing. Being interested in this quality of aware silence within. We can't pinpoint it, so we can't focus. Open alertness. Being aware of being. As well as aware of whatever perceptions appear. So in this space, I would like you to bring to mind something in your life that creates some type of suffering or dissatisfaction or annoyance. One thing could be a dynamic with someone, a belief you have, a pattern you have, a reaction you have, a habit you have. Anything at all. One thing that creates some type of suffering. First of all, let it come to you, like one thing, whatever this is. Based on something that's happening in your life or based on your inner investigation. Let it become clear, one thing. For me, I discovered this program / belief that it's not okay to want what I want. It's not okay to want this or that. It's kind of not okay to want what I want. So anyway, something particular that you have. So allow anything to do with this thing. Allow in your mind's eye now any memories, images, feelings, thoughts, sensations about this ongoing issue. Yeah, how it creates problem and how you don't like it and how you're tired of it or whatever. Yeah, so whatever is arising in you, notice now where you feel this energy. And allow and really observe and notice this energy. So welcome now also, welcome in the space how much you dislike this, or how I'm sad or frustrated about this, or irritated or hopeless about this. Welcome now whatever response you have about this usually. You just do it now consciously. Whatever is happening in you, just witness and allow, stay as this aware presence which is noticing. Whatever emotions, reactions, notice that they appear to you. They are not you, they appear to you, this reaction. And notice again this sense of aware silence, which is not really affected by whatever problem we have. All right, so another little investigatory question. So this issue that bothers you, that is happening, if it were to mean something about you, if it were to have a meaning, and usually we give it a meaning. So if this issue, what old story of mine is evoked by this issue? The fact that there's this thing that bothers me, what does it mean about me, if any? Whatever. For me, this came like, oh, I can't be myself. Can't be myself. So whatever that comes for you, don't collapse under its weight. Just face it, see it as like some news flash, words, you are aware of it. Yeah, whatever that interpretation is. So whatever that is, can we also welcome reactions around that? You know, see what happens to you when you believe that stuff. What does it do to you? What emotions you have? What does it do to your energy when you believe that meaning you gave it? And welcome and allow and observe any emotion, sensation, reaction. Whatever you are noticing, it's not the whole you. You are aware of it. And also ask yourself, what's the seeming advantage or seeming benefit of you maintaining this whole story? There's some twisted payoff you get, or seeming utility. What's the seeming utility or advantage of maintaining that story? Whatever that comes, just make it conscious and allow energies around that. And what's the disadvantage of, what's some sense of disadvantage of maintaining this whole story? Just allow whatever the mind says and welcome any emotion, reactions. Whatever is evoked by these words, don't collapse under whatever arises. Stay as this aware scientist, being curious, observing, not getting too involved. Okay, so coming back to this sense of aware openness, emptyfulness, like not just noticing content, but noticing where the content arises in. Whatever is in the body, don't resist it, give it freedom. And whatever you notice in the body, energetically or emotionally, see that there is no me in there, no me in the belly. That sensation appears in you. And can you notice that? And also notice the sense of being. And for the last couple of minutes, do nothing. Relax. Do nothing. And you can gradually um, open the eyelids, noticing the sense that, okay, it's over now, it's over, and let it not be over. Let not being aware be over. And throughout the circle, as you share, other people share, observe your weather in a weather, observe what's happening, and remember, using the circle for self-remembering, being aware of what's here and aware of being